Hello everyone, last time we received our imported guppies from Vietnam and placed some of them at the corner. If you remember, there are two new imported strains and we also placed the other one in this tub. Anyway, I haven't feed my guppies yet, so they must be very hungry already. So I'm planning to feed them first before anything else. 2 days ago, I purchased Guppyfish to feed to my guppies, and since they don't die easily, I decided to keep them inside the tub. Guppyfish are highly nutritious live foods for guppies. They can only be found in the wild, but they are very hard to find nowadays. Luckily, they can be farmed, but I have a little knowledge on how to reproduce them. In order for this Guppyfish to live, water should be replaced every day. So we just have to power 50% of the old water out, and then we will add another fresh water to the tub. Anyway, we will take enough amount of Guppyfish to feed our adult guppies today. So I decided to prepare a small cup and then we will place the Guppyfish here. I'm gonna use this baby dropper to pull out some of the Guppyfish out. But I think it's not working right now. It seems really hard to pull out some of the Guppyfish from their group. So I decided to use my hands instead because it's a lot easier to tear them apart. After a few minutes, I was able to harvest some Guppyfish worms, enough to feed the adult guppies today. By the way guys, if you remember, this is where I breed my purple mosaic guppies. Unfortunately, due to very hot weather condition, all of them died. So now this tub is vacant already. Next tub is vacant as well, but currently this is where I culture my Moina daphnia. So if you remember, this is where I place my crossbreed guppies right here. And unfortunately, they also died from very hot weather condition. It's a shallow tub, so it heats up easily. Right now, this is where I keep my Guppyfish live foods temporarily. On my last video, this tub is where we release our new imported 24K full gold gullwing guppies. But due to heat index is too high, that has reached over 40 degrees, so I decided to transfer them to a different tub. So as you can see, most of my tubs have covers, especially in the noon time to protect my guppies outdoor. To make this tub still productive, I do culture some Moina daphnia in this tub as well. Water is green and Moina likes green water because that is their natural food. So we can't see them clearly because they are very tiny, but there are a lot of Moina daphnia at the bottom. I have 3 pairs of 24K full gold gullwing and I decided to transfer 1 pair in this tub, while the remaining 2 pairs are inside the tub at the corner. So we have 2 pairs of imported 24K gold gullwing here, but you might notice that there are 5 of them inside the tub because I decided to add 1 female full gold guppy from my original line. So hopefully I will get an outcross of my own line and Vietnam line here. If you remember, we also bought green ivory half moon from Vietnam and placed it inside the tub. Luckily, this tub doesn't hit by sunlight too much, so they are still here and all of 3 of them are still alive. By the way, I almost forgot that we still need to harvest Moina daphnia as well for our baby and juvenile guppies since we cannot feed them with Guppyfish worms. So this tub has a lot of Moina daphnia, so we will harvest a few daphnia from this tub. Although we still have another daphnia culture like this one right here, this tub right here as well, and also this tub right here. I just put a daphnia starters here a couple of days ago, but I can see a lot of them already at the bottom. So I will also catch a few from this tub. Moina daphnia are very tiny creatures, so if you decide to culture some of them, then you need to make sure that you have a fine net like what I'm using right now to catch them right away. After a few minutes, I was able to catch Moina daphnia from our culture. By the way, there are 2 types of daphnia. The other one is called Magna daphnia, and they are much bigger compared to Moina. So we have Moina daphnia here for baby and juvenile guppies, and we do have Guppyfish here for our adult guppies. I'm sure my juvenile full gold guppies are very hungry already, so I'll feed them first with Moina daphnia. Some tubs are covered, so I'll have to remove it first before I can feed my other guppies. So I have juvenile American white grass guppies in this tub. So let's feed them with Moina daphnia as well. A lot of you guys might wonder what's the difference between the regular bluegrass guppies and my American white grass guppy. So today I'm gonna show you what they look like. American white grass are rare type guppies, so they are not very common and only few breeders are breeding this type of guppy. By the way, I'm having trouble trying to take a good shot of them because they kept on moving. So I decided to just take a picture of them so you can see them properly. So these are male American white grass. In bluegrass, you have nice blue coloration on the caudal tail. But for white grass, you can see a white caudal tail that develops from caudal peduncle to the edge of the caudal fin. And you can also see black markings that looks like a grass pattern. So its color is very unique. Sometimes when I look at this strain, I can see a Dalmatian dog from them. This one is my favorite. The caudal tail is almost plain white, which is very striking for me. Anyway, I still have Moina left inside this cup, so I will feed this to my crossbreed guppies here. And I'm pretty sure they will like it too. By the way, I have already installed a net on top. Luckily, my wife is very supportive, so she helped me install the net so moringa leaves won't fall directly to the tubs. I'm sure you are very excited to see update of my 24K gullwing as well, but let's feed them first with to be fixed worms. Since there are only 2 guppies inside the tub, we just need a few drops of to be fixed worms. Next, we will also feed the remaining 24K gullwing inside the tub. There are 5 of them inside the tub, so we will give a little more. And then we will also feed our green ivory mosaic in this tub with to be fixed worm as well. We have our Dumbo ear mosaic half moon breeders here. Our Santa Claus guppies in this tub as well. Our Dumbo ear mosaic guppy breeders as well. And my beautiful female Dumbo ear red tail guppies love to eat to be fixed worms as well. So we will give them a lot. Our male Dumbo ear red tail guppies as well. And our male grade B Dumbo ear mosaic as well. Time has come to give you an update of my imported guppies. First, we will look at my 24K full gold gullwing. We will need a viewing tank, but before using it, we have to make sure that it's safe to use. These are imported guppies, so any type of bacteria can really affect them right away. So we need to make sure that the viewing tank is clean. We will use a non-grease antibacterial solution to clean this viewing tank. And we need to wash and rinse the viewing tank thoroughly. Anyway, let's go ahead and catch our pair of 24K full gold gullwing in this tub. On top, they have very bright yellow gold coloration, both male and a female. Although I can see some scale damages, it could be because of the net that I put inside the tub. On the side, we can really see the difference between the size of the male and the size of the female. Female is twice bigger in size and it is also more attractive than male. So if you notice, the female pectoral fin is longer compared to the male, and this is called gullwing. It's a genetic thing that causes pectoral fin to be much longer. Notice that the anal fin of the female is also longer than the anal fin of the male. So this is called ribbon gene, where it causes anal fin and caudal fin to be much longer. So in short, this guppy is called 24K full gold gullwing ribbon gene, and it's very beautiful indeed. For now, female has bigger tummy already, so I'm not sure if it's pregnant or not. I really cannot tell at the moment. I just hope that really is pregnant and will give birth soon. Earlier, I mentioned that I added a female from my full gold line to this tub of imported 24K full gold guppies to create an outcross. So I'd like you to see the difference between my line and this 24K full gold guppies that I bought from Vietnam. So these are 2 females from 2 different lines. My line has a normal pectoral fin, and you can see that it doesn't have much coloration at the back. The other female is from Vietnam, and you can see that it has gold coloration at the back, up to the head, which is very nice. So this is the reason why I'm trying to cross my own line to a male 24K full gold guppy, hoping to develop a much better line in the future. After checking our 24K guppies, let's go ahead and give you an update of our green ivory half moon guppies from Vietnam. The first thing that I noticed about these guppies is their huge dorsal fin, especially the male guppy. I really didn't know why it's called green ivory when in fact the color of the male is indeed purple. Anyway, maybe the breeder has sent me a different color instead of green, but either way, this male is very beautiful. These are two females as well. It has dollar coloration compared to male, and it has half moon shaped caudal tail. It's been 1 month already since I have them, so hopefully they will start to breed in the future. Anyway, after feeding our guppies and giving you an update of our imported guppies, I forgot to feed my cultured Moina daphnia. So I'm using spirulina algae to feed them. So I have a few tubs of Moina daphnia, so I'm sure this is enough for them right now. So what do you think of today's update? Please let me know in the comment section. And that's all for today. I hope you liked this video, and thanks for watching.